Today, we're going to get into one of the biggest, most profound transformations humanity has ever faced. And I want you to forget everything you think you know about AI as some far-off, distant future technology. It's not. It's here, and it is changing everything right now.
And look, this isn't just hype. From the CEOs actually building these incredible systems to the researchers working on the front lines, there's a real consensus building. A massive fundamental shift isn't just on the horizon, it's already happening all around us.
You know, the speed of this change is just staggering. What experts thought was maybe 5, 10 years away is now happening in a matter of months. This is not some gentle wave of innovation that we can just ride. It's something much, much bigger.
Okay, so let's really dive into this. Probably the best way to wrap your head around what's happening is to think of it like a tsunami. It's this systemic, inevitable, and incredibly rapid force that, let's be honest, we cannot stop. The only real choice we have is how we prepare to meet it.
Just look at how close these milestones are. I mean, we are not talking about some distant science fiction future here. By 2027, just a few short years from now, the prediction is that AI will be able to do most jobs better than humans. And by 2030, we're talking functional humanoid robots and massive, massive automation of our work. This is the immediate reality we have to start getting ready for.
So let's bring this down to the most personal level possible. Your job, your career. How is this tsunami actually going to reshape your professional life? And maybe more importantly, what can you even do about it?
You know, for years, the story we were told was that automation would only affect blue-collar, manual labor jobs. Well, that's just not true anymore. Now it's the routine white-collar jobs, the predictable cognitive tasks that are actually most at risk. We're talking accountants, paralegals, data entry. These roles are already seeing hiring for entry-level positions slow way down.
But here's the thing. The impact is not going to be felt equally across the board. Because of the kinds of jobs women have historically held in the workforce, a staggering 80% of them are in a category that's at high risk for automation. Compare that to 50% of men. This isn't just a technological shift, it's a profound social one too.
So, here's the crucial takeaway. That whole idea of picking a career, and staying in it for 30 or 40 years, that's over. It's done. We are entering an era of what you could call high-velocity careers, where you might have to completely reinvent your work every 1 to 3 years. Constant learning and adaptation, that's the new normal. So how do you not just survive, but actually thrive in this new world? Well, it seems to come down to 4 key strategies. First, you've got to become a lifelong learner and get truly fluent with AI tools. Second, double down on the skills AI can't replicate: creativity, empathy, critical thinking. Third, you need to develop what's called high agency. Basically, the personal drive to actively use these tools for your own goals. And fourth, start looking for roles that are built on genuine human connection. All right, so this revolution isn't just about changing jobs. Oh no. It is rewriting the entire rulebook of our economy, and it's creating both unbelievable wealth and, frankly, terrifying levels of inequality at the same time. If you want to understand the sheer scale of this shift, just look at this number. Experts are predicting that AI will create the world's very first trillionaire before the year 2030. This technology is a power pump, and it's concentrating wealth and advantage at a level that humanity has literally never seen before.
And what this is doing is creating a really stark divide in the workforce. On one side, you have the people who can use and supervise AI. They're already commanding wage premiums of over 50%. But for everyone else, the risk isn't just falling behind, it's the potential for the complete hollowing out of the middle class.
Now, at the very heart of this economic earthquake is the end of a core capitalist idea: labor arbitrage. For centuries, wealth was built by paying a worker less than the value they produced. Simple. But what happens when an AI can produce that same value for nearly zero cost? When you don't need the human in the equation anymore, our entire system begins to break.
This means we have to start talking about some pretty radical changes to our social contract. We're going to need to find new ways for people to find dignity and purpose outside of a traditional job. We'll have to reform our safety nets, think about taxing the capital that owns the AI instead of human labor, and seriously explore ideas like universal basic income just to ensure social stability. So now, let's zoom out to the widest possible view. Because AI doesn't just threaten our jobs and our economy, it presents these profound, deep challenges to our entire society, to our shared sense of reality, and maybe even to our very existence.
And to really get this, you need to understand the idea of the singularity. The theory goes that once we create an artificial general intelligence, or AGI, it will be smart enough to start improving itself. This kicks off a recursive loop, an intelligence explosion, that accelerates so fast it quickly surpasses all human intellect combined. It reaches a point beyond our control, maybe even beyond our comprehension.
And if you think superintelligence sounds like something out of a movie, AI is already weaving itself into our social lives in ways that are pretty shocking. A recent study found that nearly half of high school students are using AI as a companion. And get this, 1 in 5 report having a romantic relationship with an AI. This is not the future, this is happening right now.
This all leads to one of the most urgent questions of our time. I mean, think about it. When an AI can generate a perfect, undetectable deepfake, when it can clone your voice from a 3-second audio clip and create personalized manipulation campaigns at a massive scale, what happens to our shared sense of reality? Can truth itself even survive that?
The systemic threats are just immense. AI makes it way easier for bad actors to launch huge cyber attacks or even design new diseases. And as all this power gets concentrated in the hands of just a few tech companies, we risk losing our political voice entirely. Some are calling this the last moment that human political power will matter. That's a heavy thought.
I know this all sounds absolutely terrifying, and in many ways it is, but the future is not written in stone. And that brings us to our final and honestly our most important section, the choices we have to make now, together, to navigate this path with some wisdom.
It is so crucial to remember this. Technology is not destiny. The path that AI takes is a direct result of the rules we decide to set, the regulations we demand, and the values we choose to embed into these systems. We are still the architects of our future, but that window to act, it's closing fast.
So what does that look like? Well, it means demanding real governance and restraint from the companies building this technology. It means requiring transparency so we can actually see how these systems are making decisions. It means creating new rights, like cognitive liberty, your right not to be manipulated. But most of all, it means adopting a sense of far-sightedness, of making choices for the long-term benefit of all of humanity.
Ultimately, when you boil it all down, the challenge AI presents isn't just a technological one. It's a challenge to our own character. It's asking us to rise to the occasion, to put aside all the short-term thinking and the infighting, and to act with the collective wisdom that this moment absolutely demands of us.
And that leaves us with the final, critical question. We know without a doubt that the power of our technology is accelerating at an exponential rate. The real question is, can we make our wisdom accelerate along with it?